I will explain the form and when do we use the past simple in regular verbs. We will start with the regular verbs. We use the past simple to talk about an action that is happened and finished, started and finished in the past. Started and finished in the past. The action happened in some time before now. An action that started and finished in the past before now. The time of the action can be the recent past or distant past. It doesn't matter. The matter is that this action happened in the past, started and finished in the past. Okay, now how do we form the past simple? How do we form it? The regular form, the regular verbs, we only add ed to the verb. If we want to form the regular verb in past simple, we only add ed to the verb to form it. Like the verb listen. Listen, listened. We added ed to the verb to become in the past. This is the past tense of the verb listen. Listen, listened. We added ed to the verb. Play, played. We added ed to the verb. But it's not always that easy. We have some rules in adding ed to the verb. Okay. Now if the verb already ends in e, we only add the letter d. Like in the verb like. Like ends in e. So we don't add another e. We only add d. Like, liked. Agree ends with e. Agreed. So we only add d if the verb ends in e. We say that we added ed to the verb, but if the verb already ends in e, we only add d to the verb. Now, if the verb ends with a CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last letter, stop, P, we double the last letter, P, then we add ed. If the verb ends with a CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last letter, then we add ed to the verb. Like plan also. Plan, CVC. Consonant, A is a vowel and consonant. So we double the last letter, the letter N, we double the N, then we add ed. Plan, planned. We double the last letter, then we add ed because the verb ends with a CVC. Okay, now if the verb ends with y, but before the y we have a consonant, consonant plus y. We drop the y and add IED. Try. Try ends N-Y, but before the letter Y, we have R, which is a consonant letter. Consonant letter. So we have to drop the Y and add I-E-D. We drop the Y and add I-E-D. Try, tried. If the verb ends with Y, before the Y we have a consonant letter. Consonant letter. We drop the Y and add I-E-D. Like also the verb carry. We have the verb carry. The verb carry ends with Y, and before the letter Y we have consonant. R is consonant letter. So we drop the Y and add I-E-D. Carried. Drop the Y and add I-E-D. Now if the verb ends with Y, but before the letter Y we have a vowel. We have a vowel. We only add ed. Okay? Like the verb play. Played. Play ends with Y, but the letter before Y is a consonant. If the letter before Y is a vowel, we don't do anything. We only add ed. So if the verb ends with Y and before it a vowel, we only add ed. If the verb ends with Y and before it a vowel, we only add ed. Like also the verb enjoy. Enjoy ends with Y, before it a vowel. O. O is a vowel. So we don't do anything. We only add ed. Enjoy, enjoyed. And of course, in the past simple, the form doesn't change for singular or plural pronouns or subjects. I, you, he, she, we, or they. We add ed to the verb to all of them. Singular or plural, we add ed as the rules we say. I wanted. He or she wanted. We wanted. They wanted. We add ed to the verb if the subject plural or singular or I. It doesn't matter. Okay? We only add ed to the verb